So yeah, up to the bench. So here we are to get to thread the inside of the bushing rod in order to make a little knob for the to wind the small clock up. So this is the tab. This is single tab set. There are ones that to do it in 2 steps. This is 1 step. If you have a 2-step, there's going to be like a little mark on there, like a little line at the top usually. 1 line is the first one, 2 lines is the second one, so you do it in 2 passes. This doesn't do 1. For things like brass, it doesn't really matter too much. So, let's get this started. So it is important that I am straight. Because if I don't do it straight, I'm going to get into trouble later, and I might even risk breaking the tap. So I'm going to do a little bit of oil on there. I'm just using old clock oil. That's things like cutting oil, but gotta use that oiled oil up. So now you just wanna get it started, and getting it started is not easy. I think I got it started yet. If you're tapping, it's always important that like you turn and then you back off a bit. That's just to break the burst you're making. In contrary to things like a drill has like the spiral leading upwards. You don't really have that with a tap like this. So you kind of need to break them, otherwise they will gunk up and you'll get into trouble. Okay, I think that's probably enough of the things threaded. So I'm just gently backing it out. Yep. And there we have some, just focus. Yes, there we have some nice threads on there. Now let's test those out. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the series about repairing this Plato clock. So, last time we had trouble with this. We wanted to make a little knob for it. Couldn't really figure out which screwdriver it was. I did, at the end of the last episode, I did put some screwdriver in here, but that didn't fit. Also, I noticed that this screwdriver was damaged. You can basically see that like the first turn is completely gone. So, I kind of gave up on that idea. So what I did is I tapped some matching screw thread on here, on another piece. And the plan is that I'm going to cut this off, put a notch, put like 2 notches on there, and then solder this on. Now you're probably wondering, how are you going to solder something that's threaded, because that thread is going to just melt. Yes and no. I can just solder it like this. I just need to be careful that I don't spill solder on the screw thread, joining everything together. But for the rest, yeah, this if you turn something over a screw thread, then it's protected, and that's totally fine. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this off first and leave some place for because I want like 2 notches or maybe more, which are going to fit in here. So yeah, let's start with that. So for the first cut, I'm just put the two in here together, basically using this as my clamp, and I just want some extra space, not too much. I'm just using a jeweler saw. There we go. So now, let's see, can we undo this? Got a bit stuck. So now, kind of need a way to clamp this. I'm going to do a little bit of a rag around it. I should be able to clamp it without damaging the heat profile too much on there. But I do want it somewhat straight in there. Okay. Let's move the camera around a bit so you get a better view. There we go. So, same thing. I'm going to try to put as less possible force on there. And because this is not ideally clamped, and if I put too much on there, then it's really going to not stay in place. So I'm doing a lot of movement, not a lot of force. Yeah, we're almost there. And there we go. So this is what we need to join together, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put where, like my mini rotary tool, I'm going to put two slits in here, and then on this side I'm going to put two, like, basically stand out. So I'm going to remove everything except two pins, and this is going to help it hold mechanical force, And it's also, yeah, basically that's what it's going to be doing, just holding the mechanical force. So I'm just gently going to clamp it here. Going to get the river tool out. You can cut some slots in that. So while I tried to put marks on there where to cut, I noticed that, yeah, it wasn't really going to help. So going to do the same here. Going to like wrap it in a bit of cloth, so that I can actually clamp it down, because I try to like use the saw to put like a mark on there, so that I knew about where I needed to cut, but that did not work at all. So now it's stuck. So now I'm not really too worried about like the exact middle or not. There we go. I need to do a bit more towards the top. Yes. And now. So here we go. It wants to focus. Yes, as you can see, we have our two cuts. Now I might go in now with like a little file to make them more square. Yeah, probably going to do that. Let's see, does this one fit in here? Yep. So got the file here, and that one fits in there nicely. So let's do a little bit of handwork here. There we go. Got a nice and square edges on there. So now I need to transfer that to this. So I can get, I need to cut away this and that, so I also need to make it flat first. So let's think a way of how I can transfer that. I might need to use some engineering glue to transfer that, because otherwise I might try So yeah, up to marking that out and cutting away what needs to be cut away.